Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, first matchup, Week 3, Season 20. We have a quick recap. My opponent only did one attack, and he used Ewoks against Bad Batch. It's an interesting choice. Did not work. Now this round, my opponent here is Lee. I did a bunch of gearing on a few things. We'll talk about it in a second. We did a bunch of gearing during the week off. I increased a bunch of relics. Unfortunately, we got a guy who has over-relicked a lot of things, so he boosted his GP against me. So he has this relic 7 on all these guys. He's got gas. He's running Negotiator in Arena. Let me show you, though, what the bot shows, what the hot bot shows us for our matchup. So we got a lot of advantages, which is typical, but I was trying to minimize that with all the gearing we did. So lifetime banners is less than half of mine, only 10 clears. Guild GP of 100 million, less than mine. Top 80 GP is that's like where I was last week. Bunch of gear 12. This is where a lot of that bloat is happening, is with the unnecessary gear 12s. And then weak mods. And then a ton, not a ton, but way more gear, tier 7 and tier 6 relics. No Galactic Legends, no Jedi Knight Luke. Bad speeds on all these characters. We've got a lot of advantages. And when we take a look at the defense here, looking at his Grand Arena history, I knew he was going to set down a defense, but the defense he was going to set down was going to be pretty weak. For his GP, though, he's at like 6.1 million GP. I'm at 6.5. I'm surprised by the defense he has put down. Some interesting choices. We'll first do my defense. What we're going to be testing out this week, few different things. Bad Batch are off of defense. They've been doing great, but I want to do some Bad Batch testing on offense. Droid team is there. I threw in Ewoks just because I knew he was not really going to attack me, so it gives me flexibility moving forward. Why throw all that stuff on defense? We got Mon Mothma and that droid team that we've been testing. The one difference with the droid team, though, is I dropped 3 Zetas on it. Maybe I could have waited on that. No one's really attacked it, which is a problem. So maybe it didn't need the Zetas. Now I won't know. This territory here, Darth Revan, just in case he decides to attack, he saves most of his things for offense. This scoundrel team that is no good. But it's better than putting Old Republic down, so that's why they're there. JTR and the Resistance. That team's gotten a couple defends. They're not very good. The Resistance heroes are good, but they're worthy of being brought to gear 12, if not higher. An obvious liar, but they would be better at gear 12. So we got Grievous. We've got Padme. I do have Commander Ahsoka Tano, but I did not put her on with Padme, even though she's been shown to be very good. But I want to fool around and see what we can do with her. I brought her to gear 11 so we can do some lower gear testing and then gradually bring her up. Like maybe next week we'll take her to gear 12 and just see what kind of usage and footage we can get. And then Rogue One just to fill a slot. I put my hardest fleet down, Malevolence and Negotiator. So if he does get through what I've put down, he's going to have some trouble. His fleet's not as good as mine. Now what we have to deal with here is Bosk, Relic Bosk, the one that I constantly say it's not worth it. That might change now with the Razor Crest getting better. It needs a capital ship though. Jango is the best bounty hunter relic by far. And a better lead, honestly. Mon Mothma here with Han, which is a complete waste. He's not a rebel fighter, and that completely neutralizes Han's usage with CLS. That's a strange choice. Rogue One here is no good. We're probably going to be doing things like Feats today. I need to double check what the Feats are. Thrawn lead, haven't seen that since before Grand Arena existed. Old Republic is no good. And then we've got at least a decent Night Sister team. Probably not modded well, but at least they're good. Yeah, those... There should be no tenacity mods there. You could do like fast potency mods if you wanted to. The health you can do, but tenacity, no. I'm not even going to look at the rest. I'm going to remind myself what the feats are, and then we're going to get started. I don't know where. We'll open up the back wall and then maybe decide where we're going to use the Bad Batch and Commander Ahsoka. I don't even know how we want to use Commander Ahsoka right now. So we got crit chance up. We got tons of people give crit chance up. That's going to happen on its own. And then we have this. So we need Mandos. I saved Mandos for offense because I knew this one was here. Bo-Katan, Cara, Boba, Moff Gideon, and Dark. This is one that's going to happen on its own. We don't really need to worry about it. We do need some undersizes. That's going to happen easily because we can Wampa that Rogue One. Maybe after we clear some of this, we'll look at who else I'm matched up with and hopefully this guy's a fluke. I'm still... Every week I'm increasing relics to... I want tougher opponents. I'm trying to figure out where that threshold is. But I also need to get a second GL. We're at a point now, kind of like where we were just before we got my Galactic Legend, where I was just... Every matchup was 2 in my favor. We're in that same situation now with 1 GL. It's time for the second, but we're waiting on seeing who that next GL is going to be before I rush one. Alright, let's jump in here. I think we're going to just start with Imperial Troopers. This is just... We could use Imperial Troopers in all sorts of places, but I just like demonstrating how these guys can handle these partially relic Night Sister squads and lower relic Night Sister squads. I don't want him in that slot. We're going to take Stormtrooper. I do want Veers in this scenario, and Death Trooper and Snow Trooper works a lot better than Dark Trooper against Night Sisters because the AoE and just it helps the turn meter going. I've tried Dark Trooper and it's way scarier. Alright. Remove the turn meter. I think I'm gonna adjust the audio here a little bit, try and get the sound effects to come through a little bit more. Alright, we do the AoE, increase the cooldowns and dispel, taunt, and then we're just going to keep going for Zombie to get the turn meter a little bit more, because he's going to be the fastest one out. But now, I think we'll just take out Daka first, probably. This is why you need... Relic Daka is so much more important than... I mean, I've been talking about this on the Discord, than like Telzine. I am not a fan of the Telzine Relic. It boosts the offense, but I think it's much more worthwhile to have Telzine sacrifice herself and boost DACA and Ventress Zetas. Now we can Deathmark Ventress and get through her quick. This is all mods. Like, a good Night Sister squad would have been taking turns against my troopers. And these troopers are modded fast, but you've seen me do this before, and usually they're taking the Night Sisters are taking turns. This one is a quick and easy Kylo battle. I've been saying this in the last few videos. The Kylo relic, I think, is one of the most valuable relics now with the expansion of 5v5 teams. You're going to be seeing a ton more Old Republic on defense. I need my turn. Alright. Let's get my protection back. Get the protection back. We'll do some AoEs now. I can't believe that Zelbar is solo. Does that mean he used Juhani to get Malik? Wait, no, it doesn't. Does that mean you used T3 and 4 to get Malik? Do you not have Malik? You had Malik. Because Juhani would have been on the Darth Revan side, not the Jedi Knight Revan side, so... Probably has a decent T3 and 4, though. Which would have been better than Juhani. Although I like T3 and 4, I just brought mine up. But not the way I would go for Malik. I don't even know how I want to handle this. Yeah, I knew he was going to put down a weak defense. I'm still kind of surprised by how weak it is for how much GP he has. He has 6 million GP. What do we want to use? We're going to fight some of these other teams because I have no idea what I want to use here. Maybe we'll do Mandos or something boring. Maybe we'll just solo it with gas or something like that. We'll probably just solo it with a Jedi. We will... Let's... Wampa Mon Mothma. It's just Wamps. Although Han's going to stun Wampa, which will be a bad start. Let me take my turn. Yeah, we needed to get rid of Han. Leia's not a rebel fighter either. Why is she... Man. I took out Mon Mothma. I mean, it was gear 8, but it's still... For those of you who don't know, I try to use my thumbnails to communicate something about these matchups. One of the reasons you've been seeing the Tarkovsky, it's Tarkovsky, right? The Tarkovsky Clone Wars so much is that's where I grab clips from or thumbnails from to communicate that this is the type of matchup we're dealing with. If you see Clone Wars or movie or if you see other Star Wars content clips, that means it's a good matchup. I try to choose something that might relate to one of the battles. And if you see Jar Jar, obviously, it's because we have to deal with an auto deploy. I'm just trying to... I guess we could do a Nest solo on one of these teams. We're not going to do it on Thrawn, obviously, but... maybe we'll do Nest against those Rogue One. You know what? Let's just blow my Jedi Master Luke here. I think this is all we need. Because we're gonna just wipe a ton out on the first turn. We'll still have to deal with the fracture, but I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. Just blow them away. Okay, we got 2 of them. Let's increase cooldowns on Thrawn, so he can't fracture at least right now. Rip out Veers. All right. Please give us something more fun on the back wall. Alright, we got Ewoks, we got Kylo, and Phoenix. Oh my god. Alright. We will do Bad Batch, I guess, against First Order. One thing I have been noticing with these Gear 11 guys, I used them in Territory War yesterday. Everybody is fine at low stars and what am I doing? Let me not talk and do this at the same time. All right, Hunter. Everybody's fine at low stars and Gear 11 except for Omega. Omega doesn't have the survivability. You're still able to beat other teams, but you're going to lose Omega. We might not lose Omega in this case because this team is mediocre. All right. So we dispel, we get daze, we get the healing immunity. Let's see if we get any stuns. Let's do the AoE expose. See, Hux is going to be the one we want to take out. I guess we can throw this over on Kylo. It's nice how effective it is, but let me just auto this. What am I doing? Yeah, the healing immunity is going to be key here. We got the zeroed in. Okay. I want to try that against stronger Kylo teams. Like all relic ones. Alright, I mean we can nest this, but nest takes so long. I guess we should work on that crit chance up. Like, I should use Yoda. Although the bad bats just gave us a bunch of crit chance up. Let's see our progress. So undersized squads, that one's done. Not that much crit chance up, but I don't remember how we get it. Oh, we need to do Mandos. Maybe we'll do Mandos against the Bounty Hunters, because that's the toughest team left. I need to create a preset for this one. Alright, we're going to do Bow Lead, Armorer, Canderous, Gar, and Beskar. We might do a Jango solo. That might be fun. Did I still have the Rogue One, or did I beat them and already forgot about it? We'll do Jango solo against Rogue One if I didn't beat them. I don't think we did that one yet, right? I'm barely paying attention. Alright, we'll throw the armor shred here. We're going to save the AoE until we go into that crouch for Whistling Birds. Same thing with the days here. I guess I probably should have done the days because boss could do AoE. Yeah, we should have done that days. Aren't you supposed to trigger that damage immunity? You are so pathetic, Gar Saxon. This squad is missing so many things. Wow, you guys are bad. This is just such a pathetic performance from the Mandos. Interesting. Like there's not enough dispel, there's no ability block, there's a very limited amount of control that the Mandos offer, there's very little healing compared to a lot of the other factions. There's a lot of holes in them. Alright, we said what? Jango SOLO? There's a risk of some stuns from Jin. I think there's some dazes, but at the gear levels these guys are, it's irrelevant. Fine, let's just take out Jin. Everyone but Chirrut has tenacity up. Still everybody but Chirrut has tenacity up. Alright. Fine. You guys apparently don't want to lose tenacity up. Finally can land some debuffs. We're gonna take out Cassian. Now we'll take out K2SO. Alright. At a higher gear, like, we probably would have lost that one, but I also wouldn't have tried it if they were stronger. Oh, we need to test Commander Ahsoka. Let's not forget about that. Okay. We're gonna nest solo. We'll do Commander Ahsoka against the Bounty Hunters because that's the best time, or best team. We'll nest solo Phoenix because I don't want to wait for how long the Ewoks one is gonna take. The Phoenix should be much faster. I didn't even check how many Zetas this guy had. How many Zetas did he have? He has 125 Zetas to my 140 Zetas. Do I need to focus you? Alright, I'm gonna take this off auto because you landed a debuff. Let's hit Chopper. The 3 armor shreds was too much for me to leave that on autopilot. Days, 4 armor shreds. We'll take out Ezra with the counter, hopefully. Perfect. Now let's... Alright. This should take out... Oh, not quite. This should take out Hera. Now, what do we want to do with this? Let's just CLS it quick. Who cares? Or wait, maybe... No, we're just gonna... I'm just keeping the Jedi... so I have flexibility with how we approach Commander Ahsoka. I don't want to limit my choices, because right now I haven't really thought through what we're going to use Commander Ahsoka, or how we're going to use Commander Ahsoka. Probably Jedi, because I don't think there's good scoundrel options left. Can we just blow up Elder? All right. Let's check my unaligned force users, see if there's anything that we can cobble together. Not really. We could do it for fun, but we'd probably lose. See, the thing is, I want to do this in a way with a team I'd actually use. What's my scoundrels? Because all these Jedi, I mean, I guess technically I could... Because if I throw Commander Ahsoka in with these Jedi, that's not really how I'm probably going to use her. What's the Galactic Republic looking like these days? She's got no leadership. I almost want to use her with like Shaak CAT in the 501st for some reason. I feel like that would be more interesting than any of these Jedi teams, because the problem is we know Gas and Jedi Knight Luke are going to overpower these bounty hunters, and that's not really going to tell us too much about Commander Ahsoka. But if we do put in a team that's too weak, they're gonna just lose. They're not. This is a decent bounty hunter team, so I feel like Shaak T plus a couple of the 501st Let's definitely do ARC Trooper. And Rex. We'll do Commander Ahsoka and 5s. Or I'm just thinking about the feat with the crit chance up. We're just going to do it like this. Forget the crit chance up. I'd like to find a team with Fulcrum that we could do. Or even Visas Mar or something, just so that we had a reason to use either of those characters. Not that my Visas is usable yet. None of that matters. You know what, let's go after somebody else, because we can use... Can we call... You guys are doing too much damage. Let's go back to Bosk. Alright, so we have... Ahsoka, target Galactic Republic or Scoundrel, gain Shien for 4 turns. Where's it? 4 turns. Evasion up for 2 turns. Ahsoka swaps turn meter with them. Cause them to assist. Can't be copied, dispelled. We're gonna throw that over on Boba Fett and call Rex for no reason. I'm just trying to buy time so that we can use the auto kill or whatever, the annihilate. God, we're just ripping apart these guys. I should have put in Junk Jedi or something. I shouldn't have brought an ARC Trooper. ARC Trooper was a mistake. He's doing too much damage. Let's call Ahsoka. Turn meter. Okay. That was so anticlimactic. We have learned nothing from all of this. Well, we learned that we need a stronger enemy to use this on. And that the 501st with Shaak T were way too much for this bounty hunter team. Alright, let's blow this opponent out. They probably split up their negotiator and malevolence from what I saw on their history, which makes no sense because you're not even going to attack me, so just put your strongest stuff down. Alright, we're going to Like, I don't understand. Like, I appreciate that he set a defense. But why do that and then not even attack? Or if you're going to take the time to set a defense, just put your strongest stuff down. And wait. Yeah, we're doing this right. We're just doing that. We're going to burn a little bit of time between this account and the other account, just very quickly checking what the other potential matches have in their rosters. And maybe just their arena team. I don't think we're going to go into each. I should have thrown that breach somewhere else. No. What am I talking about? That's exactly where I want the breach. Because we want to keep hitting breach. I don't even remember what this thing is called. I mean, this is when you hit breach a bunch of times, but can I get a name? Breach payout. Is that... Oh, that's what you guys came up with for the name? You just stun on soldier. Nice, I guess. You know what? Scimitar would be a nice thing to throw on the bench with this fleet. There, that'll hit 2 target locks. Reduce the cooldown on the ultimate. Throw the breach here because we don't want to trigger the stealth. I want a bigger hit for spy. Like this. This should be enough because no, we didn't land a breach. Maybe that's conditional, I forget. Heal up slave 1 because it's awful and it's already dying. That fleet's starting to lose its charm and new car feel. fine. We'll hit bigs. And no relic Grievous. So that guy, Sith Eternal Emperor, is going to be tough for my Galactic Legend to confront. So that can still be a tough matchup. Seed here. Maybe no Galactic Legend here. Possibly some bad relics. Things kind of seem all over the place. Probably too many Gear 12. That looks like that's a decent opponent, but one that we would not have trouble with. Yaffle here. So we got Darth Revan, Malak and Ventress. He's probably on his way to SLKR. Otherwise, I don't think you should have a Relic 7 crew. Farm Boy Luke at Gear 11. Luminara? Yeah, this guy is going to get crushed by me. I don't need to know more. Is that a Zeta on Farm Boy Luke too? All right, Beto here. Relicate Ray. Probably working towards Jedi Master Kenobi as well. A lot of Relic 5, but not excessive relics. No Relic Grievous though. Relic Grievous, like if you got Malevolence, you need Relic Grievous. Seems like a lot of gear 12 though. And when you have a GL that's easily handled by Jedi Master Luke, this is likely a battle that's not a concern. So we're kind of like half and half. We have everybody else has a solid roster. This was just kind of fluky one here. So hopefully it means the boost in relic depth that we did and the boost in top 80 GP will give us some more interesting matchups. I don't think we can draw conclusions from this one here. But I do appreciate Lee setting a defense. Now we are going to switch to the new account. Back with a new account. We're not going to care about feats. That's not what this account is about. Let's move on here. We got Darth Didio, Maximus or something. Okay, he's already gone. Looks like we stalled him out. Probably one-shot the Geos. Let's see if he attacked Padme or not. Did attack Padme, lost. Now, of course, okay, camera fixed itself for once. 3 shots against the Night Sisters. That's why I love them. They do not have ability mats, really. Except for Ventress and Daka. The only gear we threw down is Zombie for the revive. Probably ran out of teams before he could hit the Ewoks. Actually, before we attack him, I guess before we break down the defense, I'll just show you what he is running in arena. So we got Vader lead, a bunch of other Zetas on characters that don't synergize, but he did put his arena team, it looks like, or at least a version of it, on defense, and then he has junk for his fleet arena. So we'll look up top first. Night Sisters without Zombie, they'll go down with anything. We do have a Boba Fett lead. We got Bosk, we got Jango, but the rest of these bounty hunters aren't anything. Let's check. The Zeta does what again? It's something with like, I don't care. It's something where he like gets his protection back or something. Now, Vader here is tricky. He does have all the Zetas on Vader. Now, if we do Pelp lead, we're going to go before him, take him out. Our Merciless Massacre will go. Don't know if it's the way we want to go, though. We could also do CLS, but my gear is not as good on CLS. But we have a lot more control with CLS. Because we'll have the turn meter removal from CLS himself. Han is going to stun Vader to start and has a second stun. But do we want to do Palpatine instead? I feel like, though, if we're going to do Palpatine and Vader, we're not going to want to use them for cleanup. We're going to want to... We can use CLS for cleanup if things go poorly. But we need Palp and Vader to have all those bodies for Vader to get to his own Merciless Massacre quickly. So I think that's more in our interest. And you know what? We're going to take out Pete and Stormtrooper. And even though I have a very weak Thrawn, this is a kind of matchup where we want Thrawn. Because fracturing Vader would be great. And I think I want to bring in Moff Gideon. The whole idea here is we want to prevent him from going. Because if his Vader goes, especially if there's no ability block on his Vader, things are going to go poorly. But otherwise, we're going to be able to... We should be able to control and clear him. Alright, we do a Force Crush. We do the Merciless Massacre. We are gonna... Let's first fix the camera. You know what? Let's chuck it and get this thing going. Another Force Crush. We're going to throw this, get another turn, and land the ability block here, which I was an idiot about. Oh, but it's not lead. It's not a lead. It's not Palp lead. Which is perfect. Alright. I should do the stun, but I don't want to. They've got fear. This really does not want to land ability block. Land that ability block. Okay, good. Let's get an armor shred. How slow is my Thrawn? Yeah, let's do that. We gotta check my Thrawn mods. I mean, I know I don't use him really on this account, but that's no excuse. He still needs to be ready to go for situations like this. All right, back wall here. That's why you don't do Vader lead. Vader lead's for raids. That is not for arenas. Maybe offense only. Alright, we're going to rip this apart. I think Boba Fett here is the hardest team, so we're going to do CLS here. Why am I doing that? I'm in the wrong list. That list there is for tracking which teams we've used in Squad Arena, just the evolution of the Squad Arena teams. It is not where I should be selecting my Grand Arena teams. Do I care about Boba Fett? I guess. He's just gonna do the most damage. But I technically think I care more about Jango. And let's strip turn meter from Mando just in case. I don't think it matters. We'll hit Bosk. We'll pull turn meter from Cad Bane. It seems like we're... All right. What did we... Okay, Night Sisters. That's Jango and the Bounty Hunters. I guess... So if we can land a Daze, that'll at least give us a debuff for Jango to hit. See, I'm tempted... We're doing it here just because he has so much health and protection, because these other guys we're going to be able to rip apart with other... See, it's just like, why use the mass assist even though Talia is the least worthy of it? Can this be evaded yet? Or, I mean, it still can be evaded, because I still haven't put the Omega over there. Did we even do the back wall battle? I'm barely paying attention to what I'm doing. I don't even know what the back wall was, or if we have done it yet. Okay, we haven't. Oh, it's the clones. It's the clones, okay. So many ways we can go about this. But we're probably going to do troopers. We have Jedi too, right? We're going to do troopers because I think it's going to be faster than the Jedi. Even though my troopers are not that good. Even though they were the first team that I built on this account. And I went for. It was pre-Moff Gideon though. And as soon as I got Vader and Palpatine, we switched. So there was a cap. Which would no longer be the case had I started this account like now. The troopers would be way better. I plan on returning to them, but yeah. So the big thing is with these new accounts, if they don't have the Zeta on 5s, which this guy does not, then this team is trash. And what you should be doing is just taking out anybody but 5s. Because 5s is just going to die. If these guys were stronger, he would have already died. We'll just do the basic. There's sacrifice, no big deal. And we're done. Alright, now whatever fleet he has, we're gonna blow up. This is arena fleet. It doesn't matter, it has no synergy. Fine, we'll throw in Vader. But we even have another fleet, even if we needed a cleanup, which I think we're fine. I don't think his Anakin would have to be like gear 11 or 12 to cause us problems. Yeah, that is some weak gear on these guys. And Boba Fett is an awful ship. All right, we're done. I guess thinking through the Vader problem was semi-interesting. This roster has slowed down a little bit, which is why I haven't put out a updated new account video. We are getting close to unlocking Darth Revan, though. We're kind of a credit heist away from that, I think. So that will be happening. I have a lot of lowest viable team videos I need to put together on the account where we've got a Jedi Knight Revan 1 forthcoming. We have an across the board lowest viable teams for the unlock on like Padme, Falcon. We talked about this before, I think, in a previous video, but that's been one of the blank spots, I think, in coverage of the game, is just what that minimum unlock level is. So I think I'm just going to do one video for those legendary events that are in the journey guide. So those videos are coming, but I want to get a method video in there too to intersperse between all those lowest viable team videos. But that's as my actual work allows. So thank you for watching. Be safe out there, everyone, and be excellent to each other. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.